Hello, everybody, and welcome to Persistence Playbook. I'm your host, Brett McDermott, and today it's just me and you guys. We got no guest to get in the way. Just kidding. I love all my guests, and we'll have a great guest next week. But this week is just going to be me and you guys hashing it out, and we are going to be talking about 10 ways that you can own your morning. Now, these are ways, these are tactics that I've picked up along the way from different guests that I've interviewed. And we've done over 70 shows at this point, 70 high performers. And something I'll ask them a lot of the time is, what does your morning routine involve? So here are 10 that kept coming up over and over again. And I think that we should touch on them. Here we go, guys. 10 ways to own your morning persistence playbook right now. All right, guys. So the number one way to own your morning, and this is going to sound a little obvious, don't get angry, it's wake up early, right? Give yourself a head start by waking up at a consistent time. This can help you ease into the day and create a buffer before your responsibilities begin. So maybe that time for you is 7 a.m. Or maybe you want to be a little bit more aggressive and push it back to 6. Maybe you're one of those psychopaths that want to wake up at 5 a.m. God bless you. I'm more of a 6 a.m. guy myself recently, to be honest with you, more of a 6:30 a.m. guy. But it is crazy how easy it is to lose a sleeping habit, by the way. I mean, I was waking up at 6 a.m. on the dot every day for like 2 months. Then we went on vacation, slept in a few days, and I've been struggling to get back to it. But anyway, I don't want to sit here and complain. Let's talk about the art of waking up early. And I think set a manageable time at first. Like maybe you're waking up at 8 right now and you'd like to wake up at 7. Try and wake up at 7:45 for a week and then go back to 7:30, back to 7:15 and back to 7 and just kind of gradually work your way back to that wake up hour that you think would be optimal for yourself. All right, guys, the number two way to own your morning is to hydrate, right? Start your day with a glass of water. It helps to rehydrate your body after a night of sleep and it kickstarts your metabolism. Some people like to spray a little bit of lemon in there, a little lime. I think there's some benefits to that. I'm really not sure. But I know that a lot of high performers that I talk to start the day with a big old glass of water. I know I like to start my day with a glass of water with some AG1 athletic greens mixed in. AG1, for those of you that don't know, is just kind of a really fancy schmancy. It's a good multivitamin and it's green, which makes me happy, right? When you're drinking and eating green stuff, it just makes you feel good about what you're doing. Who knows if that's food coloring or actually what that is, but it makes me feel good about it. Anyway, let's keep hammering down this list, guys. Number 3, and this is another one that seems a little obvious, but we got to touch on it. It's exercise. Incorporate some form of physical activity, whether it's stretching, yoga, a quick workout, a walk. It boosts your energy levels and your mood. For me, I found in the morning, especially, cardio is key. Just getting on the Peloton for even just 10 minutes can just get a little sweat going, can get those happy chemicals percolating in your brain. And when you're done with that cardio session, you just feel a lot more positive. You feel a lot more hope about your day and about your life in general. I just think consistent cardio in the morning is such a cheat code. And it's something that you hear time and time again from high performers, from CEOs. They really lean on a consistent cardio routine in the morning. All right, number 4, and this is one that we spoke on an episode recently, is affirmations. And I completely believe in the affirmations, guys. I know some people think it's woo-woo and some people just think it's voodoo, but I believe in them because I've seen them work in myself. And when I'm talking about affirmations, I'm not necessarily saying that you have to get up and scream to the sun, "I have $1 million." To me, that might fall into the woo-woo, the voodoo category. But I do think that if there are some traits in yourself that you are trying to build, like for me right now, my core affirmations are, I'll kind of let you into into my morning routine is, I am a hard worker. I am a great leader. I am a man of vision. What are the other two? There's a couple others there. I am a man of action. And there's another one that I can't remember. I've got them written down anyway. But this is why I'd recommend whatever affirmations that you're trying to instill in yourself, write them down in a note, and then every day kind of go into that note and say them out loud. And I will say, the more that I've said these things, the more I see them start to show up. Like, I didn't have a very productive week last week, I'll be honest with you. But an affirmation that I've been saying out loud at least 5 times a day since I believe Saturday is, I am a hard worker. And I say it with a lot of emotion. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm having one of my more productive weeks in a long time. And I just believe that there's a connection there. If we say these things over and over again, I am this, then our subconscious starts to believe it and we start to see it show up in our lives. Affirmations work, guys. Put them in your morning routine. Number 5 is plan your day, right? Take a few minutes to review your schedule, set your priorities, and outline your goals. Now, this will help you stay organized and focused throughout the day. One caveat about this: plan your day. Don't try and put too much in your day. Because if you make a to-do list that's 27 things long, or you try and increment your calendar into 15-minute blocks where you're doing this for 15 minutes and this for 15 minutes and this for 15 minutes, it's just going to overwhelm you. And you're probably going to get about an hour or two into your day and you're just going to throw the entire plan out because you're just exasperated. Exasperated is not a word, but I think there is a word that is close to exasperated. Let's go with that. Anyway, you're just going to be frustrated and you're going to throw the plan out because you tried to do too much. So for me, I think a to-do list, a good one, is about 3 to 6 items. And if you cross off all those, then add some more. But don't start with a 27-item to-do list. You're just going to overwhelm yourself. All right, guys. Number 6 way to own your morning is to practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness practice such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling. You don't need to do all 3, because I think a morning routine should only be about a half hour to an hour, maybe 90 minutes if you get up really early, but we don't want to be doing a morning routine until noon. That's not the idea here. So I'd say pick one. Pick meditation, deep breathing, or journaling. I, for instance, pick meditation. And this is just going to reduce your stress. It's going to improve your mental clarity. I mean, there are just so many benefits, like really documented, scientific, proven benefits of meditation, deep breathing, and journaling. Pick one that speaks to you, make it part of your practice, and give it a month. It's going to take about a month before you really start to see some positive effects from this practice. Number 7 is avoid screens. Try to keep your first hour screen free. I'd say instead of diving into your emails or social media, use this time for activities that set a positive tone for your day. Activities like we've already mentioned: exercise, affirmations, planning. I just think if we get up and we just start doom scrolling right away, our brain immediately just starts comparing ourselves to other people. And then we just get in a really negative tone about our day right away. And that's just not a good start. We're going to do some doom scrolling today. It's 2024. I get it. Let's push that doom scrolling off to, how about the afternoon? Let's keep our mornings doom scrolling free, guys, and you will benefit. All right. Number 8 is nature or sunlight. I mean, there is a lot of proven scientific data that says getting some sunlight in your eyes as quick as possible when you wake up is just going to be good for your energy. It's going to be good for your circadian rhythms. You're going to sleep better at night. So let's try and get some direct sunlight in those baby blues within 60 minutes of waking up. And if you've got a nature trail or even just some trees outside, get out there and just appreciate nature for a short walk. I know I like to wake up and I put my shoes on right away and I just go for a short walk. Sometimes it's only 5 minutes, but I just hear the birds, I hear the trees, I hear the wind flowing through the trees, and I do my affirmations while I'm out there. I do a little prayer, but I just think getting out there in nature for even 5 minutes can really set a positive tone for your day. All right, guys, number 9. This is my first list in a while, by the way, and I love lists. Who doesn't love a list? All right. Number 9, prepare the night before, right? And this is kind of a cheat, right? Because it's how to own the morning, but this is part of it, right? Set yourself up for success by preparing the night before. Lay out your clothes, plan your breakfast, and organize your tasks to reduce morning stress. So a good practice is maybe just sit at your desk for 5 minutes and just kind of look at your day tomorrow, prepare mentally, and like I said before, really know what tasks you're going for. You'll wake up with so much more clarity about what you're trying to accomplish with your day. And number 10, and this one might get me in a little trouble because people like their morning Java and they like it right away. But there's a lot of data and a lot of scientifically driven studies that point towards benefits in delaying your caffeine consumption, at least 60 minutes. And if we listen to the great Andrew Huberman, we should really wait at least 90 minutes. And there's some scientific reasons that I don't completely remember. It has something to do with the adenosine in our minds. And basically, if we start taking caffeine too early, it just throws off our whole cycle. We actually stop releasing cortisol and we stop waking up in the natural way that we can by delaying caffeine. At the end of the day, the bottom line is you are going to feel the caffeine more. It's going to last longer and you're not going to have that crash, at least not as badly in the afternoon. So if you can, guys, delay that caffeine intake. I hope I didn't butcher that explanation. I think I might have. Check out the Andrew Huberman episode on delaying caffeine because there's a lot of good stuff in there, and he certainly speaks towards it more eloquently than I just did. There you go, guys. 10 ways to own your morning. Don't do all of them. Why don't you pick out 2 or 3 and start instilling them right away? And I bet you will see a change in your days. All right, guys, this has been Persistence Playbook. I will see y'all next week. Take care.